What is up, guys, and welcome to the unboxing of my very new camera. And it's gonna be a very big upgrade to my old camera. It's gonna be, as you guys can see by the title, the Sony Alpha 4. Now this is a full frame camera that I'm gonna be unboxing. I'm gonna be using in the future on this channel. So what I'm upgrading from, it's going to be from the Sony Alpha 6400, but don't worry, I'm not going to be getting rid of this camera that I'm currently using to record this portion of the video, so don't worry about that. I'm still going to be using it in the future. I'm just going to be upgrading to the Sony Alpha 4 to a full frame so I can get better quality video here on this channel. And for example, to shoot some secondary footage for future videos, because I am going to be doing a lot more on this channel, and that's why I got myself a new camera. And for this, we're going to be unboxing in this video and seeing the first few minutes of footage for this video camera. Anyway, let's get to the unboxing portion of this video. But of course, what you also need for a camera like this is a good lens. I also got a new lens for it. It is also from Sony. It's a 16-35 full frame lens, a very popular lens, especially for vloggers and YouTubers just like me. Anyway, I'm going to be unboxing this and this in the video, so without further ado, let's get to the unboxing portion of this video. Okay then, guys, now we're at the unboxing portion of this video. We're going to start with the lens first. This is of course the 16-35 power zoom lens from Sony. Enough, of course, so without further ado, let's look what's inside. Of course, here we have some manuals, probably going to be a lot. Let me see, interchangeable lens, of course, right? And there we have the main event of this portion of the unboxing, of course. It's going to be the lens. And package in a very nice little packaging case, it looks like. Wow, there we go. And there's something else in there too, probably just the covering lens. Oh, for the lens too, perfect. And this is hard. Oh, that's good for protection. So then there we have that. And this is pretty big, isn't it? Look at that. I know the lens that I'm currently using on my Sony 6400 isn't this big. Look at that. See? And we have that. And of course, look at this one. I've never seen a lens this big. I've never had a lens this big. So, guys, let's get to the star of this video. This is going to be the Sony Alpha 4. This is a full frame camera for those that do not know. It is a full frame camera, of course, full frame. Okay then, guys, let's get to the star of the video. This is going to be the Sony Alpha 4, of course. So then, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm upgrading from the Sony 6400, which was great, but this is of course a full frame camera, which will give me a lot more possibilities and has some features that the 6400 does not have. For example, 4K 60, of course, and of course it's going to produce better quality video. For now, let's get to the main focus of this video, of course, and that is the unboxing experience. So without further ado, let's get started. First, look at this front of the box. Of course, has the Sony Alpha itself on front of the box. Then the side, just a few information, for example, blah 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 blah. Okay, the Sony Alpha logo, and here we can see Sony Alpha 7 IV. And what we have here, just more information, and that is about it, I would say. So let's get my trusty little knife here and cut open and see what's inside and what we can expect. Now this, so let's see what we got in front. Of course, we have a 1-year extended warranty if we register this product online. Okay, here we go. What else do we have here? Okay, we are immediately greeted with, of course, information guarantee, how to register your product online, blah 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 blah, and of course probably a manual for the camera itself. Yep, a user guide. As always, we don't need that. And what else do we have? Of course, we have the cable to charge the camera. Then this is gonna be for the UK. I think this is for the UK. This is the one I need for Germany. And the inside, of course, we have a camera strap. Voila. And I don't know what's in here. Let's see. And look what's in here. I didn't break anything else. Oh, it's another cable. Okay, looks like it's a USB-C to USB-A cable. Perfect, because I think this camera has USB-C connectivity. And I think we're gonna have one of the batteries. Well, it's only gonna be one battery. Okay. Nope, it's not the battery. It's another. Oh, this is what we use to charge the camera, of course. There we go. And this should be the battery now, I think. Have a quick look. Yep, here's the battery. Perfect. Put that aside, and I think that is about it. Except for, of course, the main star here, and that's going to be the video camera itself, the Sony Alpha 4 itself. Come on up. Voila! Whoo! This is a big boy, isn't it? Look at that. This is one big boy. I didn't expect it to be this big, bro. Okay, then now let's look at the Sony Alpha all together. Of course, we're going to start with the back where we have the viewfinder and a bunch of buttons, command buttons, and the menu buttons, and the ISO toggle, and so on and so forth, and of course the massive screen, which is going to be the biggest upgrade, I would say, for me, because unlike the 6400, this one has a flip out screen, which is perfect for vlogging and so. Perfect. Then of course here on the side we have the massive battery pack, and let's see, can I open it this way? There we go. Let's insert the battery real quickly. There we go. Voila. It's inserted, and then of course here on the side we should have more stuff here. Open. Okay, then here on the side we have, I think it's gonna be the memory card slot inside. And I think here, and then there we go. And then we, of course, hope you guys can see that we have two memory slots right here. Break anything? There we go. And there we have the full HDMI. Yeah, perfect. Full HDMI, and then the only thing we're actually missing is the USB-C, but I will look where we have that later. Since I already, now let's look at the top. Of course, we have all the buttons to turn it on, of course, to start recording. Then another command button, and here we can toggle autofocus, ISO, and white balance, and so on. And then the different modes, toggle different modes, of course, or auto if you need auto. Then let's turn this baby on real quick and see what happens, and if we have any battery. And it doesn't look like we have any battery available at the moment, which probably means I'm going to have to charge this thing for now, so I'll be back once this thing is charged, and then we can. Okay, then after charging the battery for a few minutes, let's see if we can finally turn this baby on. And there we go. I've already gone through the setup process. It wasn't a lot to do, just select the language the date, the time, and that is about it. And of course we can also connect this to the smartphone through Bluetooth, so I'm gonna do that later on. But for now, that is about it for the unboxing the 16 to 35. So you will see how, for one, this lens looks interesting moment, and of course how the Sony Alpha 4 looks like all together. So without further ado, let's mount the lens. Voila, that is one. And there we go. Now to mount the lens, of course, we have to put the white dot. I don't know if you guys can see the white dot here on the lens. Put it exactly where the white dot is here on the camera. Boom. And then turn till you hear a click. And there we go. Voila, there we have it. And now this thing is even bigger and heavier than before. I don't know, let's see, we can see something. There we go, and you can already see it already looks a lot better. I don't know if you can see, no, you can't really see anything through the camera, but you will see interesting moment once we get everything mounted and ready. Okay, then that was the unboxing of the Sony Alpha Mark IV, and of course the 16 to 35 power zoom lens from Sony. Here we have the footage of the Sony Alpha 4 at this moment, which is what we're going to be using in the future for mainframe videos. As you guys can see, you can already see a lot more. Before, you could barely see my computer, my desktop here, and now you can already see my TV in the background. Well, part of the TV at least. You can definitely see a lot more because we are at the maximum focal length that the lens has. Now the 16. Let's go on to zoom in a little bit. We're gonna zoom into about 24. Here we are at 24. I think this is about what we had with our last lens, which is pretty close up, but still, well, to be honest, I don't think we're exactly at that length. I think we were a little bit closer. I think we were about here, which is, let me see. Let's see, what was this? This is about 26 now. We were about, I think, at this vocal length, I think, about here, I would say, but definitely not as, but definitely not like this where we are like here. This is of course once again 16, and let's go into 35, which is probably gonna, here we have 35, which is okay. Of course, to see him kind of cut off half of my head, so I have to go down a little bit, but I think we were about here, I think. My last lens, or not exactly here, but I think about here, about 30 to 28. I would say this was probably the vocal length we were at with my last lens. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that small little unboxing of the Sony Alpha Mark IV, and of course the power lens 1635. So then, what is the plan for the future, and what content am I planning to do with the Sony Alpha 4? Of course, for one, of course, I'm going to be doing a complete review of the Sony Alpha, see how it is, see how the footage looks afterward, because this is only going to be a small sample, of course, but of course I'm going to make more videos, of course, outside, for example, and use it to make some pictures. Then I'm going to compare it to my old Sony 6400, and then in a few weeks is the release of the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm going to be getting that, and I'm going to compare that to the Sony Alpha, see which one is better, which one makes better videos, and of course which one makes better photos, and of course go back to the maximum vocal length. There we go, we're back at 16. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smack that like button. Of course, if you don't want to miss out on the future content including the full review of the Sony Alpha and of course the comparison to my old 6400. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button, and of course for all my future content, don't forget to smack that subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated and helps out the channel a lot. Anyway guys, I wish you all a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Peace.